Hello, this is Ali from Crafty Ribbons, and I'm going to show you how to make these ribbon carnations. They're really very easy to make. They use wire edge ribbon. You need 4 meters of wire edge ribbon. It's 1 inch wide, 25mm, a pair of scissors and a needle and thread. That's all the equipment you need. Now go to the end of the ribbon and you will find, if you ease back the ribbon, you will find a little wire. Now this is what we're going to be gathering the ribbon on. So you just gradually move the ribbon down the wire to gather it. You want to put as many gathers into this piece of ribbon that you possibly can. The more gathers you create, the fuller your carnation will be. Now this takes a little time. Just move your fingers down the ribbon and gently pulling on the wire. Now depending on the type of ribbon that you're using and the manufacturer's ribbon will depend on how hard you can actually pull the wire. This is actually a very good quality ribbon and the wire is relatively strong. So as you can see, I'm just pulling the ribbon down the wire to create my blooms. Now this is a big piece of ribbon, it's a long length, 4 meters. So don't forget you do have 2 ends to this, so you can go to the other end and you can start gathering from the other end as well, making sure that you gather the correct side so that they join in the middle. Now this will take me some time, so what I've done is I've prepared another one. So your 4 meters of ribbon will gather down to about 75 centimeters. Now, I like to snip off my wire. So I'm just snipping my wire. I just find it gets in the way. And I tie a knot in my ribbon, making sure that I have trapped that wire. Yes, I have. The knot's a good thing because it also gives you something to hold on to. Now you want to wrap all those gathers you've created round that knot so that they just sit on top of the knot. So gently roll it round, making sure all your gathers are facing the top end of your carnation. Once you've done a couple of turns, it's now time to secure it. Just an ordinary needle and thread. I've used 2 strands of thread just to make it really nice and secure, and I've got a knot on the bottom. Now I'm using black thread so that you can see my stitching, but you would use a matching thread so that you can reduce the amount of stitching that you can actually see. Now I've just taken it straight in and secured it, giving it a little tug to make sure it won't come undone, and then picking up, holding on to the knot again. I'm just spinning the gathers around so that they're the right way, and I'm rolling the knot around. So my gathers are beginning to form. And another couple of stitches. That will hold that in place. And then another turn or 2. The amount of stitching that you put in is entirely up to you, and it will depend on how much use your carnation is going to get. If you're going to wear it a lot, then I suggest you put in a lot more stitching than if it's just going to sit on a bag or to be used for something that's not going to get a lot of wear and tear. So a few more stitches, another couple of turns. Now don't worry if it gets squashed on the front, we sort that out at the end. So I'm spinning it around and stitching. Now if you're finding this tail is getting in the way, you can cut it off, it's not a problem. Just don't cut into the knot. Okay, now this will take me a little time. So once again, I've prepared one that's almost finished. There we go. So this one you can see is quite messy on the back. That's quite normal. You'll find that these are messy as well. Nothing wrong with that. Nobody's going to see the back, hopefully, so it doesn't really matter. Now I've got a couple more turns to finish this off. It takes about 5 minutes to complete all those gathers. So a few more turns. That's it. And we're almost there. So just to have a little recap, each carnation will take 4 meters of ribbon. The width I'm using is 25mm, which is an inch. And there we go, we're almost there. Make sure those gathers are pushed up right to the end. I once again like to remove my wire, so I snip off the excess. You can use that for other things, and tie a knot in the other end. Once again, making sure you have trapped that wire. You do not want to go through all of this finding out that it's come loose. So a simple knot, that's it. So pick it back up and about 2 more stitches, I would have said. That's it. I've got a bit longer piece of rock wire there, so I remove that. Now what I've done is that I've actually turned mine into hairbands for my niece. Anybody who reads our blog will know that Sydney is my oldest niece, and she's got lovely blonde hair, so this is absolutely perfect for her. Now I've just bought these elasticated hairbands and I've laid them across the top and I've sewn them in place. So to hide all of these raw ends, just cut off any excess, lay the knots down, and then your hairband or even your brooch pin, if you're going to turn it into a brooch, will cover all the loose raw ends. And then finally cut off. Now it's pretty messy on the back, on the front, don't worry about it. You've been working with it for 5-10 minutes. It now needs a little bit of attention, and you just gradually pick the little blooms, the little creases up, and turn it into your beautiful carnation. And there we go. Doesn't take long at all. Thank you for watching.